It's Springbok team prediction time for the game against Wales. I just got a new phone, so I actually have no idea where to look. The last video, my eyes seemed a bit squiff, but let me look somewhere else and see if it works. Always difficult to tell in the moment. So, how's Rassie going to approach this? It's anyone's guess. He keeps us guessing. But I would like to see the heavy hitters being given the week off, because they're all going to go back to their teams and franchises next week. The ones that play in South Africa might get the weekend off, but why risk injury against, frankly, one of the worst Welsh teams ever? I mean, getting absolutely pummeled by a improving Australia team, but in the greater scheme of things, they're not the best. So, yeah, the likes of Ox, okay, he was injured, so no point, even if it was just a surface cut, no point risking him. Bongi probably deserves a weekend off. Earben, Peter Steff, Damien and Jesse have done what they need to. I want to see different combinations, guys that have a future, that are a little younger, being given a chance in a big test match. So Cheslin, I mean, after that performance, he deserves a weekend off. And most of those players I mentioned play in Japan, so they can head off to Japan if that season started. I think it might have, or at least have a week off on the way in Dubai or Thailand, whatever. They deserve it. So I'd like to see those guys, because it's no point. They've got nothing to prove. I'll put my head on the block and say we don't need them against Wales. So what do we do then? Steenekamp deserves a start. He's been on the bench. Every time they change the team, someone else starts. He doesn't get one. He deserves a start. Malcolm Marx, he's been on the bench most of the time. He deserves a start as well. I think Volkulo played very well against England. I think he should start again. Jean Klein and Archie Snyman as the locks. I think Siya Kolisi should play. He's the captain. He should finish the season off leading his team into battle, and they can maybe replace him early in the second half. But I think the captain should start. Ulrich Lowe on the other side of the scrum with Cameron Hanekom, and a debut at 8th man. Grant Williams. We need to decide now if he is our number one scrum half. Based on his performance against England, he should be. And I think he deserves another start. He might have started last weekend, but he's still young. He wants to play every test he can, and we should give him an extended run. Then fly half. Marnie, Pollard, he's proven that he's a match winner, that he's solid and dependable. Leinster, or should I say Leicester? I can't believe I made that mistake. Apologies. The Leicester Tigers. We'll probably play him next week because they don't have the Springbok interests at heart. So give him a weekend off at least, because he's going to be staying in the area anyway. Jordan Hendrickse, I think he should start the game. And then Arendse, I'm sure he'd like to make up for that try not being given, so he can start on the left wing with Kane Moody on the right wing. Then I'd like to go Esterhuizen and again, centres. Look, they are Sharks teammates and they're going to play together regularly, so it makes sense that they stay as a combination. And then Willie Leroux to start at fullback. Then you'll only have one more to get his 100 in the first game against Italy next year. We can celebrate his century. And then decide what we do with him thereafter. But, man, he's still got some silky touches. How long can he go for? I don't know. Okay, so obviously the other hooker in the group is Grobelaar. Then, because Ox is out, and Steenekamp starting, you don't have another out-and-out loosehead. Of course, Thomas du Toit started his career at loosehead, so I think he should be on the bench with Vincent Koch. Franco Mostert, I haven't heard that he's out of the squad. I think they're just precautions, so he can be on the bench. I go 6-2 split again with Kwagga Smith and Jasper Wiese. And then Jaden Hendrickse. Why I have him on the bench is because he can also play fly half and kick. as much as I'd rather play Corbus from a scrum off point of view, Jaden's more versatile and he can kick to poles. And then Apelele Fassi as the other replacement. In the second half, I mean, the front row gets replaced as it always does. Argia can come off for Mostert. Sia, like I said, can get replaced for Kwacha. And then Hanekom can move to the side of the scrum with Visa at 8th man. And then depending on who's playing well or who gets injured or not, Jaden, I mean, ideally replaces Williams at scrum half once the game is signed and sealed. Or he can replace his brother depending on the situation. And then Fassi, obviously he could replace LaRue, but what I'd like to see is he goes to the wing and then Moody moves into 13 with being replaced. So yeah, that's my team. No point playing the big mana. Let's put out, give everyone a good go and put out a nice, I wouldn't say experimental because most of these guys have played, except Hanekom, of course, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him. But yeah, let's finish off the season with a nice convincing win and a whole bunch of youngsters being given another go.